Hello. There's not much to say. I'm playing this game. You know, you have to question why they made it, but then you realize that if you're gonna play it, you have no right to question why they made it. So, we're gonna date some of the killers from Dead by Daylight, and that's kind of just the gist of it, okay? Look. Anyway. It's a beautiful game. Alright, let's begin. What should you call me? You call me Ethan. Oh god. Wait, does that mean I'm not gonna be Dwight? Aw. I wanted to be Dwight. Why can't I be Dwight? I wanted to be Dwight. Be Dwight. Oh god, I have to voice everything, don't I? Oh. That hurt. That hurt. Why did I do that? I thought it'd be funny, but it hurt. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. Spit the water out. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from. Or a single fact about your life. Okay. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Nausea, tummy aches, those are... I know you don't remember much of your past, Ethan, but that is your life. Nausea and tummy aches is your life. I'm sorry I had to tell you like this. I'm sorry this had to be the way you had to learn this, but it's not new. That was not the noise I was going for, but that is the noise that came out. All right. That didn't sound the slightest like a cough. That sounded more like I was going to vomit. Anyways. Wow. Really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? No, I need a minute, actually. Just give me a second. Alright. Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Okay. Okay, fun fact. I don't like big bodies of water. They scare me. I don't know why. I mean, I can give a plentiful of reasons, you know, like drowning, things grabbing me from underneath the surface and pulling me under, keeping me there for eternity. But I don't want the ocean to talk to me. Talking oceans have not been at the top of that list, but I think I'm gonna move them to the top of the list. If the ocean started speaking to me, it's over. I'm going. I'm goodbye. No more of this. We're not doing this. In eternity, if you catch my drift. Actually, I don't. That's a shitty pun. Whoa, not now, ocean. God, ocean. Sorry, Ethan. May I continue? No, actually, now I want to hear what the ocean has to say, now that you interrupted the ocean so rudely. Please go on. Ethan, why are you talking back? Ethan, you do not speak to the voices in your head. You let them live, you leave them, you ignore them. You do not... Don't... Once you start having conversations with the voices in your head, you've lost. Okay, then, as I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. Okay. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh. I mean... I feel like I've seen worse, you know? Like, this is like cute sleep drama. My decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile and bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Die, I guess? Run? Close your eyes, dig up that face. Okay. Well... Wait, why do you need to dig it up? Wait, is it sticking? I guess I missed the part where it said it was somehow buried. Dig it up, I guess. You know, why not? You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head bedded in the ground before you. There is no body, just his head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. In your hands, there it is. See? I like that. You're a take charge type. I mean, I don't think in real life I would do that without, like, gloves, but also, you're in the ocean, so just, like, wash your hands off as you know. I'm not a doctor. That might be wrong in terms of whether or not that can actually be considered clean. But my dumbness, I would think, I'm clean now. Maybe. I got a coin. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. Sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. Okay, I understand I have the coin. Stop. It's annoying. Drying your clothes, you check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose. So you deposit. Deposit. I feel like every game where I have to read, everyone learns that I'm very bad at reading. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? On what? Why would I just spend it? You're not telling me what I'm spending it on. No thanks. No thanks. Like, in the level here, that coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking all over for it. You're not real. You dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? No. No. Be that way, then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer in your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. A ball! Covered in blood. Hit my foot? I'm surprised the way this animation's going, it didn't just bash me in the head. You look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Hot women, let's go! Yeah, the Wraith! Let's go! Yeah! I don't care for the Trapper. He pops up. Sorry, Trapper. You're just not my type, dude. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Why are they all reaching out for me? What is this image? Like, what's going on? Each of them oozes with undead energy. Magical aura reaching out and penetrating me. So they will all be pegging me. I understand now. Via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed. I was gonna say undressed because, like, they're in bathing suits, but okay. Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. Yeah, you guys kind of giving me, like, killer vibes. Can you not kill me? But, like, if you do, As long as you're not the trapper, I'm okay with that. So many competing feelings will rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Oh, they blink. Oh, God. They all have different colored eyes. Got orange, white, I guess. The green. Oh, this is gonna... Oh, if I get the color wrong, I think I'm gonna get bullied on the internet. I want to say he's also, like, green, actually. Oh, I'm completely paralyzed. Hello? Hi. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. There's monsters? Like monsters? Sexy-ass monsters. Unless you're one of the people that prefer more monstrous monsters, you know, like... I'm not gonna... I mean, in that point, wouldn't you still say that the monsters are the sexy... What do? Cry? Toss it back? Kick it back? Toss it back? Kick it back? No thanks. Say nothing. Do nothing. So just be like... Are you still like... Are you looked at... So here's the thing. They know you're not like fake because you looked at the ball and then at them, right? Like you acknowledge that they exist. You can't just take that back. So the last option, they're just gonna be like... The third option's kind of funny. Where it's like, you're just holding their ball. And like, hey, yo, toss it back? No thanks. Just leave with it. Am I gonna do that? No. I gotta get on in their good side. I feel like if I kick it back, I'm gonna hit somebody. And if I toss it back, I'm gonna miss the throw. So we're kind of just fucked, you know? Because I can't throw that well. I can't aim either. But like, if I kicked it, it'd be even worse than if I tried to throw it. Right? So I guess I'll try to throw it. Toss it back. Oh, you're not holding it. You're just standing in front of it, like... It's volleyball. You use your hands. You bend down and grab the ball. It's a warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. Whose blood is on it? Nobody's hands are... Never mind. His hands are kind of covered in blood. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Alright, we're not the same person anymore. I'm very bad at throwing things, and I want to try to like throw something at my friend. I hit him in the balls instantly, and they're like, why would you do that? I'm like, I wasn't trying to do that. It just happened, man. Not bad, stranger. Okay. The huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tight. I went from here. Can you see my mouse? No. Okay. Held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Wait, no, I was trying to romance the spirit for... How was I supposed to know which one was the right answer? They're speaking directly to you, but you can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. I thought it'd be funnier if I threw it and I missed the throw and it lands like 2 feet from them and they're all just like... Thanks. Like the awkward thing where you're like, oh yeah, toss me something, and then they like, it's not that you failed to catch it, it's that it didn't make it to you, so you just sit there like... That was my cell phone. Alone again. You look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Ethan. You were made for this. But I feel like the ocean's like the devil on your shoulder and the narrator's like, good job, champ! They saw you live, you're alive! That's good enough, right? And the ocean's like, do it. Actually, no, wait. No, the narrator was the one that bullied us, right? I'm getting this mixed up. The narrator's like, you fucking... They don't like you. And the ocean's like, you got this, champ! You're made for this! Well, geez. If the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. What would an ocean voice sound like? Like... Is it like a voice sounding like somebody's underwater when they talk, you know? Or is it just... I don't know. I'm concerned. With no good reason not to, you decided to head over and see what happens next. Yeah, where am I? It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. That's okay. Best to just go with what Trapper says, and when he says it, that's the policy I hold for pretty much anybody who seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Thank you, Spirit. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was right. The sign means that he was done with the game too. Either that, or he saw a butterfly or something. Oh, so does a race not speak? He just goes... I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? I'd prefer you don't. You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah. Not yet. Hey Ethan, you might want to know... You want to, you know, say something? Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. And this is a timed quiz. It will be very important later. Quiz? Quiz? This doesn't know answers. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Oh. Like, maybe a 5? Very? Not at all. I think I'm average. Pretty average. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Okay. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility, flight, or super strength? Flight. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. That's kind of deep, but I just want to be able to travel for free. What was your best subject in school? Math, history, or escaping class? I slept through history. So math. Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. It's not that deep. I just fell asleep in history class. I fell asleep in English class. I have narcolepsy. What's your favorite animal? Dog, cat. What is a mustelid? Cat. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? Just because I'm a typical goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. Goth girl. I don't feel like there's much goth going on here. Maybe I'm not a goth connoisseur, but... What's your favorite color? Blue, blood red, 3-day-old corpse. Blood red. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? Astronaut, nightclub promoter, not working at all. Not working at all. It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb ladders. The other two options were astronaut and nightclub promoter. So, only she could spin laziness into some grand crusade. These damned millennials. Okay, the Trapper. Best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla, chocolate, horseflesh. Vanilla. My favorite flavor is pain. Well, I wasn't asking you. You were asking me. So shut up. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. Man of culture. You're all whack. I think a mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? I don't like mint chip. I don't like mint in anything but like toothpaste. I'm sorry. Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before you get too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. I already picked. We're teaching lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Vanilla, chocolate, horseflesh, mint chip. Vanilla, fuck you. Best flavor is vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip, it was where it's at. You must buy yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip, and I'll try it again. What's the best flavor of ice cream? It's vanilla. A rebel, eh? Not in my dating sim. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Try again. It's vanilla, fuck you. Oh. Oh, dang, I have to go. Okay, I said average. Flight. Add. Red. Not working at all. Vanilla! And chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I didn't ask. I pretty much run things here. My voice is going bye-bye. Oh no. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you wanna know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Okay. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. You know, technically, from the lore, the Wraith and the Spirit are actually... They're killers, but you know, they're not really killers, okay? The Wraith was literally... Okay, the Wraith's lore is what? He was crushing cars for a job, right? And then he one day found out that people were in the cars, so he freed a person, and then his boss was like, no, 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 no. No, don't do that ever again. So then he put his boss in a car and crushed the car. Which I think is a Chad move, and I don't think that's a killer move, you know? Like, yes. Okay, yes. Yes. He killed someone. But I think it was justified for that one. And then for the Spirit, she didn't actually ever kill anyone either, actually. She never really killed anyone. She was just really angry that she died because her dad was a dick. So she's still not really a killer. The Huntress, I don't really remember that well. And the Trapper I don't remember that well. Because I know that, like, it's just a peeve of mine that the Wraith, I think this is the Wraith, the Spirit, and the Plague are good people. I'm pretty sure the twins are good people. Because I think, like, for the most part, it was just them getting tortured by a town. And then they're like, this is very nice of you guys. You guys killed our mom. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. Okay. I don't really hate most things either. It's just not worth my time. But but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. Better to just not take part. Okay. Okay. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. I mean... Oh no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress! Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. Huh? That's not, like, what? What does that even mean? She has a body. I thought it was trying to be like a flat-chested joke, but she's not even flat-chested. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Oh, okay. Whatever, fog buddy. Why are these people friends? Why are they playing games together if they don't like each other? That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. Okay, I guess we all don't like the Trapper. I'm okay with this gang. Us four can have a foursome. Trapper can go fuck off. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. We're done playing, let's do something else instead. For once, I actually agree with the meathead. If I say we should go to my yacht, it's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith will survive. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate soul-crushing pursuit of wealth and the way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? Can exercise and have some fun as a crew. Real serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. I'm going with the Spirit. I've chosen the Spirit first. Wait. This is the lounge. This isn't very helpful. That's a yacht. It's a volleyball. That's some water. I think. Okay, wait. What are the controls? I can open the settings. No, I can't. I think this is the lounge. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. Kick up your feet. Kick up your feet. Look out over the ocean and relax on your own terms. But not anything else. Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. Oh. For just one moment, can I romance Dwight if I can't be Dwight? I'll also romance Claudette. Let's romance both of them. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. Okay. They're the only help remaining on the island. The place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here for a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. Sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. Sounds like Dwight. He's wearing like booty shorts. Let's go. Now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this island. Swipe. Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Just two. Bucket and Dwight. Did they just mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. I think Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did say that. Yeah, that's true. But he just meant that he wanted to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations in this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits. Quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out, and very luxurious. Doesn't have quite the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? I said it. I want to go to the lounge. I want to go where the spirit went. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from behind her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. You're using too big of words. My small brain is not uncomprehending. I don't know who the idea of volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. Okay. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Can I have that back? Please. My joints don't work. Please. I'm begging. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. When that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on the island. But turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. Well, probably not. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. You're welcome, I got you. I may have ruined it, but you didn't care if I ruined it, so that's all that matters. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, so he's shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you that drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. What do you be having? Vodka soda, sangria, Scotch rocks, a virgin daiquiri. I'm a child. I don't know what sangria is. I kind of know what Scotch is. It's like a whiskey of a sort, right? Vodka soda is just vodka and soda. Or a Scotch like a rum. I don't know alcohol. Can I have? I remember drinking virgin strawberry daiquiris. Can I have a virgin daiquiri? I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a daiquiri? I don't know how to make that. I said a virgin daiquiri. Oh, okay. But skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. The Trapper snickers at your choice of words. I don't care what he thinks. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. Yeah, for real. Don't mind him. We just need we don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Fuck you, Trapper. There's a reason I didn't like you. I didn't like you because of your looks. Now I don't like you because of your personality. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. I'm kind of impressed that you do, because it sounded like your character would actually try to numb yourself. You never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from the man wearing a doll's face as a mask. Not a doll's face. Jerk. Jerk, you're the one that came over here and started it. If you kept your mouth shut, you wouldn't have gotten insulted. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? Literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. You're not a nerd? Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any settings I need to be changing. Not really. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. I don't actually, like, are they just saying she's complaining a lot, or are they saying she's doing it to hide the fact that she did it, you know? I don't know. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on the response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, seems an appropriate time to ask you. Ethan, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has gotten really soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and books no thanks. I don't know the plot of Jekyll and Hyde. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Okay. Oh, so they're the same person. Maybe I'll actually, like, read this book. But I didn't really care about Dracula. And Frankenstein's kind of just, like, I know the plot. I forget some of the deeper meanings to the plot, but, like, it's just society being cruel. I feel like Jekyll and Hyde seems like the most interesting one to me. She might not like it, but she doesn't give me what I like. Sorry, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I always felt like I had the other person living inside me. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sounds like a fun one. I love a good story about friendship. But I can't read. Not because I'm dumb. I never learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have a best friend that wasn't more than a rock with a face I'd drawn on it with dried blood. How did you get a husband? Because isn't she wearing, like, widow stuff or whatever? Until we meet again, Roxanne. The Huntress looks out towards the horizon and there's a moment of silence among the group. Can you tell it to me sometime? I might not be able to read books by myself, but I love being read to, especially when someone does all the voices. I cannot do voices. It doesn't work out very well. It's not really a story about friendship exactly, but who cares? Of course I'll tell it to you. It's quite a thrilling tale. Maybe she shouldn't let me read to her. Not just anybody can pull off quality narration all the time. Take it from me. You don't even need to read. You could just make it up and it'll still be fun. But it's not the book anymore. You just want to listen to me talk, which is even better, actually. Sometimes when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at the photos on the wall, come up with little stories to go with the pictures. It's a fun game we could play together. Abandoned house, why are they abandoned? He just giggles and gives you a playful little wink. I cannot wink. I don't know. Usually when I find folks who abandon them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. I think she kills them. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's happening, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eyes. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Great idea. I was told he's not in the game. Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? All right, if I can romance you, you're coming before Trapper in my order. My order right now was Spirit, Wraith, Huntress, Trapper, because there was only 4, but if he is somebody, it's him and then Trapper. Beat it, Hack. No, can you leave? Nobody likes you. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. Aw, I was just saying it's a great idea. While also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo! The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's it. Let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of the view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Ethan, you're up! You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate into the hands of the empty bottle gods. The mini-game consists of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for less coordinated because there is no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Sure, ready. Away we go! Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. How am I gonna guarantee who I land on? Ugh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna close my eyes and click, okay? I think that's gonna make it more interesting. I'm gonna hope I get anybody but the Trapper. But, for the sake of... You got Spirit! You two are meant to be! I wasn't looking. Cool. Psych. You had to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this island here. Now get your spin on! Guess I'm just closing my eyes again. You got Trapper! No! No, please. You got Spirit! Okay, maybe I should actually try to get an answer. Oh, you can stop it. It stops immediately. I didn't know this. Who the fuck? Right, okay. Wraith. No, I want Spirit. Fuck! You got Wraith. Wraith is your true match. Ooh! This is morning. You were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent, and now you're looking across. There's two spaces. A beach towel at Wraith, and lust in his eyes, with sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Wraith takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're qualified. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. Try and lock lips in this state. You might gross him out so much that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Wraith, look, you're great, but also terrifying. Did he just steal your line? I wanted to be kissed by you, but well, I'm maybe not even sure how. Is that sad? Great, now I look sad. And well, if the tropical shorts fit, make me happy to be around. I think it's all so new of all of this. We can figure it out together. Really? I'd like to get to know you. And you know, the kissing thing sounds great in theory. Sure, it doesn't sound painful. So then for now, Wraith reaches out and gives you a vigorous handshake. Our acquaintance going on friends, going on lovers. I'm sorry. Great handshake, by the way. Really? Yeah, truly. I hate to pick up such a passionate moment. That we only assume it's passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. When there are so many more interesting things to die from. Yeah, 100 Ways to Die or whatever, right? Isn't that a game title? Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? To capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. No one wants to sit next to Bro, count me in either, because I don't want to sit next to him either, bro. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Daddy. Oh yeah, Trickster is here? Surprise? Yeah, well they don't call him expected, sir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Ethan. Real good. And we literally can't let hunters and trappers sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this, we can't fit everyone on screen at the same time. You'd probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay. Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Hunter and trapper can sit at ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you all enjoy it. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering you've been up to it. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey Ethan, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person? Oh, that's fit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? You look closely at this fit. You spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric layered between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Well, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. What is twain? Who says twain? Second, sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean. The meat is cooked. No blood. These are a ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell is this? I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Okay. Please stop. I hate when we fight. Or talk. Or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can't do it. I can do it. I have the Skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Ethan. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up not Felix! I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're outdone, they will take even longer cleaning their weapons, all explain the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to go cold. He hated when it got cold. No! Felix! Here's the machete, freshly sharpened. Uh-oh. The game consists of two parts. On top, a pointer. Rotate. Bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. What's this space bar? Stop pointer. Achieve a perfect success. Land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Yeah, sure. Ready. Anyway, here we go. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. Perfect. Fuck. Not bad. Fuck. Not bad. No! You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Okay, can you just stab me? Dinner is finally served. For real. That sounds especially coming from the masked killers while they eat. Also setting up their mask and shoving food up behind them are nasty. The sounds, I don't know what I'm saying. Meanwhile, Spirit doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. Do you think mysteries come easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% disgusting, as if they just tried to shove food through it. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I am mostly a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. Even worse, they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. Spirit, you're not eating. We can bond over that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? This is gross. I'm sorry. Look at that seagull. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food of the company. I'm just super self-conscious how I look when I eat. I was pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember what people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? No. Typically a group that includes one, or if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their own chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. You know, a horrible thought because of this game. What does cooked human flesh look like? Like, does it look like pork chops? Would pork chops be like the closest? Like, I don't want to actually see it, you know? I'm just wondering, like, does it cook? What does it look like? I guess it only looks like pork chops if you're white. Right? I don't know. Now I'm intrigued. I feel like this is gonna make people wonder, what the fuck do your pork chops look like that you're that you think this is what this could... Look, I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want to know, but like... However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I may be the only one who can help you now. There's one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. I'm here to have sex. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. I'm here to date characters. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. More piece of advice. You made many choices by now. Some of them I like, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make some more choices that I like. Okay. You wake up. Oh, okay. Wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Why are you taking care of me? Why am I here? How did I get here? What have you done? Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that were all truly insignificant, and the only other thing worth pursuing is revenge. You know, I'm really okay with her kill. I'd help you kill your dad. I would genuinely help you kill your dad. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You found someone special. You've always been alone. You found someone special. Just feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately I'm not so sure. I started to feel different. Started to think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. Like Spirit, who's turned from the ocean to look at you when you speak on this topic. She's clearly so passionate about. Friend? Perhaps something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Huh, a friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back when before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. Okay, I'm so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't even take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. First of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but... She looks around to see if there's anybody else on the beach while she's convinced that it's only you two. She continues. Trial run. What does that mean? Why is this always open? You're really getting the hanging out of it now, that's what you think. Okay. She only convinces you two. She continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known. I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then I, chop, and now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. It's not about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. No dragon, and just a lot of fire. I have a lot of fire in me. Just fire. A raging inferno. In fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I lived it out. Maybe I am the dragon. I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire? That's some Hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of a proud samurai. Our dragons are in a whole nother level. I'm sorry, they are, but I'm weak. Looks like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Wait, I want to be the other dragon inside Spirit if you didn't know what I mean. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that Joy and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, and they're waving in the air above their heads. Very important that we stick to the itinerary. And attending each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirts. point was not part of this evening's activities. A strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Huh. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after. For what after? What? For after what comes after the flirting. Okay, that's a little hard to read. Go, 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 go! Okay, she can fly. She'll just, like, fly us there. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular. Looking at you. But someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't you worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. And that means we're behind on time for evening events. We'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? The story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize it was probably for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think you're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off me. There's an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald. You're trying to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me out, snap your hand off so quick. I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. There's a muzzle rag on. You know I love to hack, slash, and slice. They all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Oh, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Donald and Cynthia. It's them. Okay, I'm just them. Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Ethan, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's me. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Okay, Spirit, have fun. Choose you, Spirit. I choose you, Pikachu. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs dramatically, rolls her eyes. She gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with some of the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled the guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. Everyone else is gonna sit and chit chat. I could just sit down and... No. And Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting, and when it's not. Ahem. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though I was selected. So I'm gonna tell my story. I call it... The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn? Nobody offered you popcorn. Hey, Spirit, do you have popcorn? And then she'll be like, what the fuck? Why do you want I want popcorn. And then she will feel bad for me and she'll give me the popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Pata, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something just like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if it was conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was if every detective in the city was there, looking the strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and too heavy, much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up and I was here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hata comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. As the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground. The man inside grew more desperate. Desperate? Is it a different word than desperate? Or do I not know how to spell the word desperate? No. Okay, they just used the word desperate. Okay, cool. More sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hata was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it had never before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hata. "You are not alone. I'm here. Half of the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hata watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. "Promise?" the man asked the man. "Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised. "I do." A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hata, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzled box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Promise? Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised, "I do," and pressed her palms against the cold outside of the box without truly knowing why. Detective Hata leaned forward and placed her own lips upon the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, mashed beat for beat in the soft touch. "Thank you," said the man. No trace of fear remaining in his voice, he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hata and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled with a cacophony of whirring gears, clicking latches, and a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever's pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hata gripped her flashlight and pushed towards into the foggy interior of the giant box, her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater. Her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. That's where her eyes landed on the man, or at least what landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hata had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. Atop that pile, a head. Cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. The spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking to the fire, or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. Can I kiss her? The game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said to do something. Say nothing, hug her. Cool story. Stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. Just... Okay, I want to hug her though. She's crying. She's sad. Can I say cool story and hug her? Can I get up, clap, say cool story, and hug her? Can I do all three at once? It'd be cooler. I guess I'll hug her, because I want to hug her. Why not? She might stab me. I'm okay with that. Stand and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe hovering in the air begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. Certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. Meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched us through the straight direction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore, and then it speaks to you. This is nice. Dream a moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all about 7 seconds because Stricter shows up, exploring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? I do mind, actually. I made my wife cry, what the heck? I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island. I am the only lobster in this ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come on, come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself just thinking about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told the story. Okay. I could tell it was having an effect on you. Okay. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. Ooh. You and I are both flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Will you evaporate in the hot tub? Dipping in hot tubs with a spirit? You come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. Like, an offer like that? Just don't forget her little talk. Is the ocean gonna stop me from trying to date her? You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. Just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along, manage to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I just want to be totally, clear. Even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other-ically. I believe you, completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so was the person in that story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips are blue, and your lips are blue. Really? You call this blue? Those are your answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so similarity stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it was coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons precede my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure out what that means. Sharp edges. A person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. Truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbering about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. And I kill your father. I've never been able to shake it. It's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? I mean, who cares, but sure. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told the story clearly from somebody's seat. Fool! Who tell you to trust a stranger? You're gonna get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? I know everything. Trust me, I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to my own question? Well, if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I don't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpse cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is... Damn it, I'm going again. Fortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find someone standing before you with a fresh tile ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids. Kids? But it's time for bed. I don't think we're kids. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. He watches the spirit, stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. If she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs the towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Time for bed. Me, I'm going back to the campfire, fuck you. You head over to the campfire, the heat's comforting on the chilly night. Look into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story, about the prisoner and the puzzle in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell on it too much, Claudette and Dwight arrive, their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we are going to make you comfortable or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket, welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. What? What's the instructions? My pleasure. Mini games. Oh. Ready. Away we go. You relax and look to the fire. The radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might just dial to fix it. Eh. I realized I was just on that one. Is there nothing on the station?
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people
No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. What would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't have any of those things around. I just have cuddles instead. Comb. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from the bamboo. Guess you can hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. It's the last thing I'll do. If it's the last thing I'll do. Finally starts to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed, but you try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. I know you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water, did you know? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't know what you're up to. You suddenly see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. That's creepy. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime, you know. Not what they seem. Not like me, who is completely honest and trustworthy. Just checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... actually, never mind. Just be careful where you slip. That's it. Since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the very first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trevor doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stinkle lines reading out of from me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. It'll make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if I bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier? Or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over about 15 feet to your left. Finally, for real this time. Finally alone for real this time. Try to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna die. But I'm gonna save first. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. Really went well. These were some of the first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or ultimately untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do you think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my Sarah fan. Okay. Being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow. I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think he knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper, oof. Where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff. Sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control. Right now, I'm using all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. Ha 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 ha. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want them to lead them on a little more. It will make it that much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. And I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. Oh god. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? True. I know that everyone thinks of me as this beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe. Okay, those are a choice. Sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me to throw me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. I will help you. I will help you. I will help you destroy society. And your father. Especially your father. I will help you kill him. I will help. I will be helpful. Is my camera lagging? Anyways. Pop up. Still alive. I'm kicking. I'm kicking. I'm booming. I'm going. Okay, you open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally lost. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was this starting nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You're here for another day. Why, I have no idea, but obviously you're a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. I don't like being called beautiful. Can you call me handsome instead, Mr. Trickster? That is poison. He seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's something nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. At least he brought me a cup of... Wait, don't drink that. The hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on the skateboard. They only get the name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coughing. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise? That you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review? Not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. So can we move? Please move on. Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient and possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land, I submerge those who defy me, and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love, or if that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bumps or inconsistencies, but that's the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. I've only found one issue. Okay, no, I lied. I found a few spacing issues, but... Try to celebrate those who bare their souls as part of the creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. May not be overly critical of them. Are you trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make some great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Ethan. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your trip, your time here on the island? I've been having a loving time. I'm suspicious there's no option. It's been entertaining. Yeah, it's been entertaining. How could I describe my stay on this island besides really entertaining? Wow, 10 stars. Here we come. Someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. We do need to ask you one more question, though. Now to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place, could you please sign this non-disparagement agreement. No, I'm not saying anything negative about the island. You have my word that I, Ethan, agree. Verbal contract. Excellent, yes. Hey, Ethan, it's still totally cool with the constructive feedback. Place to leave that is in a positive review because we know that nobody reads negative reviews of games. Resorts like this. Anyways, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls to the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and so much for mainstream new beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magical powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again. Except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you can make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you. But I hope you really do. Really hope you do. What? Really hope you do. And you're related. Has anyone seen where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I know it's not the cleavers. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breath. No. Now Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything can happen. I'm open to all possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Surely must be it. No one else would really stand up during breakfast. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. And last time was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done though. Then why didn't you just stay with me? Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Kissing Wraith had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, like, not too much fun, but that would be weird, but, like, a good amount of fun. Now they're all looking at you expectantly. What are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep on wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy, true to life experience. Jamie didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. It's okay. I don't need to eat. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess that's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers. It feels like the person I'm getting to know most is you, narrator. Okay. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how as I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. How's that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. I want you to take that and put it right. Yep. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea that these two even do whatever it is that they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear anything. Oh, wow. Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Clay's panting. And Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and I could hear you well, you know. No, what? What did you think we were doing? I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like fun. Two people trying to find a new way to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun. Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Because to me, do you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? My boy Dwight! Memed! Yeah, no, it makes sense though. But it sounded like Dwight was getting pegged, if anything, so. You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Ethan. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A pragmedy. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. Ending this hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too, but you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you, but I want to be on a date with the spirit. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? The hydrogen. And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped, like a palm tree is bending over to screw you. It's not true at all. It's, hey babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some kind of forced check-in with the group? I don't like it. Kind of fishy, kind of lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is dumb. I wish you'd eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island, you know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I can give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow up, that, nothing threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius idea. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. Just, you don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends. Just because we have a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Now that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take in a deep breath, so deep, and nope, another shadow. People will not leave you alone. See what it is this time. Spirit, that checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcoming darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling you'll appreciate it the way I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. And I'll get my father too. I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. I mean, I'm not her dad. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot, you know, if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into defiance. But you've also seen that there's this more sensitive side she's hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her off her butt before you can decide if you want to go with Spirit, the Huntress intercheck. I guess you could go off with Spirit today. She's pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on this island vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. We might have something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to her goth lighthouse without speaking it first, you know. I know her secret spot. I see everything through the holes in this little adorable mask. So my offer stands. We can hang out today. Plenty of room in my cabin. Wink, wink. Huntress just wants to have sex with me at this point. Pretty cute the Huntress thinks that she has to say wink wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today and you don't want to be hacked to the faces for saying the wrong thing. So always gotta remember these are cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade and then die a horrible, wretched, writhing death after drinking it because lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really gotten me tilted. So who will it be? Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, you've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me. You're trying to that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. And before you ask Claudette and Toy to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. I didn't want to change my answer. You and Spirit arrive at the coast overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit. Decrepit. But still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and know she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. Finding a bit of theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light, a dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident the Spirit will lie with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not with the type with spaceships and lasers anyhow. She's much more the type of strange adventures that will kick off right here on Earth. Earth, is that where we are now, you wonder? The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere. She goes, once first wave of the mist rolling up the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. The Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats it on it gently. She wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. It's an invitation to get a little hands-on action. What else could it be? Thanks? Now we're talking. Thanks. I should say thanks. Thanks. I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem. I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you lather lotion all over your body. Need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Gulp. Yeah, sure, why not? Spirit's hand is on your back is ice cold. I don't actually need help because while your joints are all disconnected, my joints can go anywhere. I can do. Oh, I don't know if the crack came through, but like I can interlink my hands behind my back. Let me just like. I got stuff stuck on each other. Okay. I can reach my whole bag. Thanks for the offer, you know? Thanks for the offer. You watch as Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. Yeah, it's like, I can do that too. Yo, we're just meant to be. Comment on her floating hands ability, say nothing. Ask about the shards of glass sticking out from her. I feel like none of these are the right answer, you know? What about the shards of glass? So if you don't mind, what's the deal with all the shards of glass sticking out from all over your body? You really want to know? You're not creeped out by them? I mean, hey, you know, if you can just, like, dislocate your hand, I mean... You're not creeped out, just nervous, because you know the answer might be very personal, but she's a person you want to get to know. Just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull out all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh right now. I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder what my father did to me and what the world did to him. Oh yeah, because he became that way because, like, his job, like, everything went wrong in his life, basically. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that it'll be forced to succumb to the pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out, the way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. Hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he was. Ever was, I'm sure of it. Appreciate that, Ethan. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing in life. In love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes. For a bit of lotion, you know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. The pronouns have been an interesting part of this game so far. Because Trapper called Spirit they, and now we're saying it. Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh no. Not bad. Perfect. Fuck. You missed completely. Oh, I suppose the lotion made it to where it's supposed to be going, eventually. You weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. No, I won't, because the game gets harder and harder. Look at the lighthouse, it's ominous. Dark, hoverable. I should have just put in skill checks, it'd be funny. ominous form hovering above this moment between spirit and yourself. Even as it clearly is, in this case it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from the darkest islands. A boat. Seemingly nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death. The spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. Battered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore before crashing on the rocks. It must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Alright, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. In a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self. Hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's right. He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his action. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it though. I can't avoid it through the woods and walls. Nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I even saw washed up here one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island, or something. Pretty sure I figured it out. That basics, anyhow. If you can come with me, you can cut. He takes the hint and steps back a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. It'd be that way, you'll see. When at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and the wraith vanished back to wherever he hangs out, you switch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to be emanating from her. It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. I can literally see her whole bathing suit. What the fuck do you mean? For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she puts a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. Does that mean she's got a strap? However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you, interrupting whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't you ever supposed to work in groups before? Well, you guys cooked Felix. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quiet. This isn't what was promised. Wait a minute, there's no announcement here. Wait a minute, this isn't the beach. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map in my back in my secret lair, literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You got a secret lair? Damn it! Anything about a secret lair? I said I've sap in my secret lair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Okay, the subject. What the heck, Rave? Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's been not even clear what year it is. But in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like, I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth of what's happening here. Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision, it's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you do is hide in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a little baby while ringing your little bell. Don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter, a dragon that lives inside me. I can't not fight, even when all I might do. I can't not fight, even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, it's my fate to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. you do your little phase walking routine. These two have to be like mortal enemies because they both go invisible a little bit. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. We all know that cloaking is a type of hiding, folks. You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about. This sure sounds like some video game community forum thread minutia. If there was ever such a thing. Not that you know about that either. Sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. I think I was brought here to make a choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose Spirit. Fuck off. It comes down to it. Neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, bam. Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her. But she's got a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I was actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. What? Oh, all that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taken. It's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Bro, at least, like, okay. We're gonna get interrupted again, and it's gonna be Trapper, but camera's like weirdly lagging. At least Huntress was like, hey, you can also hang out with me if you want, right? And when you're like, nah, I'm gonna hang out with her, she's like, okay. And then Wraith's like, hey, can you like interrupt them and bring him here so I want, like, that's just rude, dude. That's rude. At least, like, I know Huntress was kind of rude, but there's a level to rudeness, right? Being like, before you make your decision, here's another option, right? Not, you made your decision. Do you want to make another decision? No, I don't, actually. I made my decision. Why is my camera so laggy? Why? Okay, I can't fix my camera because this game takes up 100% of my GPU. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Wait, you're gonna kill me? Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place recently. Who knew it was meant to be connected with her journey? A cherry tree. A cherry tree. Tree? Can I words today? I don't think so. It's a small sapling, but has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit. So, you know, just accept it. Spirit steps up to the tree. A cold breeze pulls some petals off and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of this of the cherry blossom? Beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, it's like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is that being a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, Ethan? I don't feel anything, man. Empowered, frustrated, unsure. I would say, like, unsure. It's like, life is beautiful, but life is short. Like, what do you want me to feel? I can't go back to really re-understand what she said, so I'm just gonna say unsure. It's an easy question, but you want to improve her, but you want to be true to yourself. The entire range of human experiences stretches out before you, and you feel paralyzed by the different options available to you in this moment. That's okay. It wasn't a simple question with a simple answer. Who knows if Spirit herself even had an answer in the question line. However, it occurs to you, the fallen blossoms wilting at your feet. This chance is something beautiful. This is a chance at connecting with the beautiful person in front of you. It might be fleeting. Is one of these answers the better choice, or do you remain unsure? Frustrated or empowered? I guess I'll say frustrated. As you look at the tree and consider Spirit's question, you reflect on your own predicament, stranded here, no understanding why, no control, the beauty of this island, the attention of and it's such an interesting companion, should bring you joy, but at the same time, there's the price of being completely confused and hopeless. You look down and see a crumbling cherry blossom at your feet. As you stare at it, something begins to rave inside of you like a dragon. How can anyone find comfort? I'm reading so fast. How can anyone find comfort even for a moment with death and decay looming on the horizon? It makes me so frustrated. It makes me so mad. I want to do something about it. I want to strike back against this shitty reality. Spirit lets you go off. Go off! Go off! It's probably her internally. What that... What is she doing? She's like choking herself, or is her hand not like... She's just like... I don't understand. She must know that you thoughts like this. Is that what she asked you? So she sees these things. So that you'd see things from her point of view? I want to be alive. You feel connected to her at this moment more than you have at any other point before. You wonder, does she feel the same? Once the fallen cherry blossom represented the souls of samurai warriors, with those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice, to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, and my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real, though its petals fall, will soon be replenished. It's as if they were installed here by someone. You watch as spirit chooses her words very carefully, by something with no respect to the bounds of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time, we've got a really good reason. Your pants blend in with the sand. I thought she was like see-through for a second, I'm gonna be honest. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force because it's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. Guess it's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. Because I didn't die. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it. It's written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. She's not really threatened to kill me, particularly. Like, she once threatened to kill me if I was, like, bad. But that's kind of it. Like, Trapper has not stopped threatening to kill me since we've spoken. No. You were really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry. I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Ethan's here too. We're not going to do that gag when we cram them all on scene at the same time, so just believe me, they're all here and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone would be careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm just as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality. Because you just met them yesterday. No, I think it's my personality, dude. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. Maybe a small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. Heaven knows they won't do any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Then you're not dining solo if we're eating what you're eating. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it on with some single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what the rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. I'd like to share your day with the rest of the group. You've had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how you describe the others, say too little or too much, it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just stand there, sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. Be coy, gush about your date. Let's be coy. It wasn't really a date. I like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in respectively close proximity to each other. Really right, couldn't have not said anything of value better myself. Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise she doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwayne and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone sits in silence, eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. And they're all very tired. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. I'm thinking of like, I never watched Silence of the Lambs, but I'm seeing the word silence and we're eating lamb, so I'm sorry. Bony appetite. Don't you mean bun? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. It's impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking, tensions are rising. both of the sexual and deadly variety. Doesn't Spirit not eat? When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up the plate. Take your napkin and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them. Your top-notch search of hers was much appreciated. In fact, here, for us, just for doing our jobs? Wait, can I have sex with them? Thank you kindly. But on that topic, be nice to customer service workers. Everyone's going through a bad time. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen. Something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. You have no choice on how you said that. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because my childhood had trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. Okay, now we're all starting to hate Wraith. I'm kind of mad at him after that act he did. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will the narrator tell a story? I bet they've suddenly got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening around here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Whip out your... Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or you can play charades? Boggle? Actually, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of his way. Who knows what the thing can do? Probably shoot lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Ethan was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. I'm not the storytelling type. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure. I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Who invited you? Okay, what type of story do you want to tell? Romance, adventure, action? It's a dating sim. Tell romance. I'll tell a romance story. Romantic story. About two lovers who take poison together and die foaming at the mouth. Or about two strong hunters who meet when they both try to bludgeon the same wily Wolverine. Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. They couldn't have been more different. And yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his takes in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. When did I'm joking. You're married within 2 months. Maybe don't do that. What exactly do you learn in women's studies? Like, that's an actual question. I'm just intrigued. It's just too soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, you know. Some people don't need years to get acquainted with their partner. Love could spark from a mere look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is fiercely attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music on headphones to drown you out. Hey, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Well, I'm gonna keep choosing Spirit for everything. I don't know if that's like a good or a bad decision. I'm supposed to tell a story, but I don't really want to. But anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out from the rest of the people in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who's dead. I can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically I suppose the fiancé. Why does she have that face? One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt, so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby, chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the details of their wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. You want to do all that, Spirit? They chose Lilikoi, by the way. So fancy. What the hell is that? When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiance, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toe sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Yeah. Having decided on such a lovely, natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. She spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be a height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored by this variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the bride, the fiancé, since they had not yet been married. Why does she keep saying that? Stop. Became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband that she had one final errand for the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off in. Why would you wear that while you go grab the flowers? Doing carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in the basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just at the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. Every time she did, she noticed just further ahead and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, or fiancé, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been there before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. The day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancé was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, tree line, into the forest. There were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen, just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there all alone, I thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. That was a story time. A lot of people would like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. I think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off on any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Ethan, if you could delete any sequel from Experience, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know we need to get back to the thing we do when we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink end up dead. Why'd you say the words wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you trying to get at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Only 2 of them killed for fun, I think. Yeah, well, except for Spirit, she doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Okay, Wraith is still kind of a victim. Don't? Oh, but he killed all the people in the car. He didn't know. So, I think he's technically a victim as well. But yeah. Technically, Spirit literally didn't kill anybody. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk of the hot tub so I can soak his bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes. Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran away as far from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, Ethan is after. They should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everybody so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade, drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actually trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on? Or just me? What? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us so we can all move on with our lives, or, you know, such projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will he be signed off in the evening? Just saying, you may not get a bunch of chances to date around like this before. Your time on Murder Island comes to a close, and I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. Spirit! Spirit! Oh, you picked me! Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. I make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these killers at all the costs. And even when I hate the game and prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, spreading my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge, it takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, but really, getting to really know who I am is an impossible task. Not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know, the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. What's she thinking about? You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted choices. Who's ready to get wasted? As you know, I don't drink, so not me, unless you mean wasted as in killed, in which case, Dad, if you were out there somewhere, I will find you and waste you for what you've done to me. You don't drink ever? Is that like because it will just follow the whole of your stomach thing? Or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol has poisoned the body and mind, so I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Mood. Then why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has learned anything in one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Whoa, whoa, who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Oh, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father, on whom you will have your bloody revenge, right? So well, but so be it. What about you, Ethan? Do you drink? No, I don't, actually. I got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass up on the alcoholic drinks. Here, here! Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. Oh, I thought she was gonna try to tie in the cherry stem. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. That is fun. That is fun to do. Stab the little tiny swords, those are really fun to just stab things with. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its fruity little guts flop out onto Spirit's lap. Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing black, it hardly shows stains. No take backsies. So lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Fancy beer, zombie, Bloody Mary, dark and stormy. I feel like zombie might sound offensive to her. Bloody Mary might too. I think the idea of dark and stormy sounds fun. I want a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date. Oh, if he's gonna word it like that. Yeah, if he said, how about a zombie drink for my zombie date? She'd be like, bitch, what the fuck? Okay, that one is cute. She's just blocking them entirely. Please, allow us to demonstrate how a dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, a rum extract, and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice, and then fresh ginger beer is added in, garnished with a lime wheel, and drink at the end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe, Ethan? Replicating rum substitute and ginger beer over ice? Don't forget the lime wheel! Rum substitute, ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. Not sure if I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural, a sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common than... Don't you dare. Vera seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way in from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. It's fun. Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, you got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little? Oh? You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing. Before you can get a yes out, lightning strikes a palm tree in the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. What the fuck? What the fuck? I wanted my makeout session. This is homophobic. There's somebody outside carrying a stick. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. Because it was. Oi. Feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that I mean you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narrator Dom. Good thing you've used your time well since then. Getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. What the hell is a mogul? Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who Ethan chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not the 8 hunters. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they planned out for you tomorrow, in no particular order. Which is a weird thing you mentioned, right? It's almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, and if in this case it's a single subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in a polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. Now, Ethan, you're thinking of picking me. Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. I've talked to you too many times already talking. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that'll make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. If you're not, and if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. It sounds like more he wants to have sex with Huntress. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm putting on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper. Won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. And then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure plan. Involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. And now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's already clear that you're gonna pick me. Confidence, the spirit, I like it. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith. I don't know. I'd prefer to just tell Ethan privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Ethan? Wraith considers this for a long moment too long. That's fine. Not moving. Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we will have to find that out. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special. The kind of thing where we really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. Maybe then you can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Hit a spirit? Figuratively, damn it. Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Did you smack them? Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. I'm okay with dying. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysterious with Wraith.
I don't know what those guys do all day.
Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with Spirit. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice. Come on. Have a swell night. Did you forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget before you run off to slumber peacefully with it? There's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without us singling out one of the contestants who's already teetering on the edge of psychological break.
I'm giving them a little push.
Hold up. Has this been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. Now, time to eliminate one of the killers? Oof, it's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? It will hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody dangerous. Who's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see it coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalized men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Goodbye, Trapper. It's very trappable. That was very simple. Trapper, you scare the living shit out of me. You are eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me, you personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I totally am going to do, which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So this is a win-win for both of us. Still, I might kill you, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. So now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Ethan when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right. We're sending our eliminated player home with... their own mostly new Trickster body pillow, the next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try to stab you. So how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight. What, did they both cuddle it in their sleep together? You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. You sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow. I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves, you know, those two. Schedule. Well, just go sleep with the Spirit. She doesn't sleep at night, so she'd protect me. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother was skewered by an elk when you were young? Yeah, how'd you know? Well, yes, it's also the only thing you talk about. I need to reread her thing. Excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention. Oh, Ethan, sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things, more important things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least, I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, that's the more I think about it, the anger I'm getting in. I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Of course Ethan is into me. Why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by a calming mist. I've also got great hair. And since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Okay. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime wife around too often, but if the body pillow fits, snuggle it, you know what I mean? What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes, not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. Definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on an IP island. Okay, I think I might like Trapper more than you. No NFT bros. Oh, my camera froze. That's fun. Okay. Okay. My dude, you're gonna come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, but don't worry. Taking your favorite established character from all over pop culture, like, that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost, but don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Ethan. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in the chair? That's the chair. And you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's just get it over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your chicken. Check in. I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom, are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind. What does that mean? No, not you too. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We're just working our asses off for 2 days straight and want to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How's that? You know what? I don't care. You are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade, you cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time its unending spiral staircase of pain that I've felt is my life that I've felt in even a modicum of joy. Modicum? Modicum? How do you say that word? Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet, sugary drinks, it sounds fun for a one weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please, erase me from existence. Please make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment, let my soul be free, and please, please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy.
I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up.
Every day I wake up. Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Oh well. What are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy. Anyway, it seems like everyone's gonna be doing everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hang, get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs. Oh right, you didn't go on that country stick. Really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. I'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Join Cloud at approach. Is that look on their face excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameos on the show. Let's choose Agent out. Before they walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, Ethan. It can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason. Surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses, murdering and making out. Hey, that's a good impulse. If this is gonna ask me if I want to choose them, I want to save it, so I have 2 options. murder and making out. And you kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island hosts, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are a two-way street. If you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. Friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Death Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers, there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. So who's into me? Claudette and Dwight looked around conspiratorial again. Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she's opened up to you. I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad, we're on a schedule. So I was saying if I don't pick Spirit, I'm probably gonna die. You make your way over to the row of Hades. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their back. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw. Though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Ethan, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Wait, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. Remember, the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose and I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Those are pretty. Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Are they a thing? Or are they just stuck together for an eternity and they're trying to have some fun? Ethan, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Spirit. Towards Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. And we shall. Up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality. To the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, Ethan. I hope you mean that in, good way. I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit, in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than what you've already got to experience. You know that whole vibe. You know my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. It's not always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hang out with my friends. Then had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, you know what happened. Your father, he murdered me as I woke at an adventure. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of the time, anything about ghosts, there's this kind of see-through, flickering specters you imagine reaching out, having your hand go right through them. Ooh, this sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know. It depends on what movie you're watching. When I die, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really. That was not an invitation. It's rhetorical. Sorry. I mean, you could put your hand through her. At like one of her incision points, like I could just put my hand through like your elbow. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I got my ideas, but I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and innocent meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person, but you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are, where you came from, and rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage, or an open mind. I don't know, maybe you stuck around. Because you like someone you met here. Yeah, maybe. While the two of you are getting deep in thoughts with a flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everybody off. Why is he so angry? There were other stops? Oh, no, not on this trip of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really doing it for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. This ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. Is she gonna shit on the floor? Yeah, what the hell? As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. I want to date them both at the same... What the hell? If it ever became an option, DLC... I don't know. I can't fix my camera. Okay, so it turned out I think I'm a little bit dumb. And I needed to restart the game for it not to be killing my computer, but it's okay. You're at the beach near the majestic black lighthouse. It's imposing form, towers above you. A flock of birds circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, see? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel the faintest of pulses. My blood is absolutely pumping. What happens now? Now, I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey, y'all. What's everyone doing today? Fuck up. Hi, Wraith. You sure seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking the ocean air like this air that's sucked. Ethan, thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like you said, we're in the middle of something. Do you mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Headed up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love up there. You can really see the whole island up from up there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one's been up there and lived to tell about it, but it sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. You know, we can solve our problems without our hair floating up into menacing shapes. Can we? I'll just be over here, running away, enjoying the view. Oh. I think Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. But you can see it's mostly the ocean on account of it being, a lighthouse? I don't know, does it? However, that does bring up an interesting point. I can't move my chair! There we go. Regarding your, how do I say? Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lanky friend think, the lighthouse is not to be traveled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering, and that brings you to it from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath the sweep of the tower. But you decided not to point that out because it wouldn't be too romantic, now would it? I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my skin, or on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? What the hell does that mean? I guess I don't know. Come with me up to the eye of the black lighthouse. You may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here and now, figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch! Is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that. Friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it might not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Stay down, live for sure, go up and maybe die, Take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles, a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. I'll die. It's okay. Okay with that. So Outside the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see is the final rays of sun. The view is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs, not reaching up, but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the black lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out, the seemingly defunct dust cakes the room, as though it has been operated in a century. However, somehow, just a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean, a moment ago? We've been sitting here looking out over the ocean all day. I really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you. Taking the view, sitting in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date and you can't be able to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember. It's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. You can turn off. The light has a power to it. Massive lens refracts moonlight through it. There's a subtle spark that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went. Staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry, anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to go down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe it... Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and then it becomes brightly clear to you. The switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up your nose. Whoopsie, it looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive and who's dead. I suppose it was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure if I see logic to that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me, and I'll keep you safe. I'm gonna die. Not because, like, she can't save me, but because I'm dumb. Oh. 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 One more. Oh. No. Not bad. Oh, thank God. Oh, I lived. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you'd put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempts to resist it, the incredible force energy from the black lighthouse lantern eyes refuse to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look like you're at it. Not. In the end, it was just a trivial game. This is for life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. No! Save me, honey! Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry. It'll make sense soon. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sun to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you, and it's also me. I cannot believe you thought you would change for me. Wait. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought what you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave up anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks like a whole lot of different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah, fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't say it. I'm dumping Evan Macmillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Wait, they were dating? Does that just mean I like moved in on her when they were dating? Rin, Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Ethan. My shouting? My shouting? Fake snore, stay quiet, say something. Say something. Alright, I think I felt interrupted something very personal and also quite scary. I wasn't trying to listen in, but I heard a lot. But not everything. I think I woke up in the middle. What did you hear? You dumping Trapper? We were never together. I mean, we were together, wink wink wink. I know you're right. You're wearing a mask, but we can see your eyes. You don't need to say wink, wink, wink out loud. Another reason I'm right to have dumped you. You did not. It was mutual. The jig is, as they say, up. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation, and I don't need to be involved in it. I don't even know how I got here, not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. You and Trapper, but after the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out on your way down. I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or older on here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, it's just that I didn't feel like it, you know. I hate anything messing up my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves doing nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. Could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. You trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right. But you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking about mysteries? My favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trevor, you said this was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him. Half the appeal about this spot is getting away from people like him. Well, jeez. I can see when I'm not wanted. So you three a throuple now, or... Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, it's not my business. I don't gonna stick my nose in it. What the fuck? No! We were not a thing. Nobody traps a Trapper. Not with traps, or with relationships. You do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow. So hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyways, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find... Get out. He looks around just to be doubly sure that Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. Island. This is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, is quite needy. After a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up with me. And it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So I hate to ask, but I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp. So I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters... Excuse me, I'll take that question. Thank you very much. You know anything about me by now? It's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. You might not know, Trapper is like a classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask, the only way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had just turned their backs and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Or against a barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. There's someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do. Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never take your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And when you came along, Ethan, you showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer to anyone. I am not sure where you got all of that from, but okay. You held up a mirror to my own self, my doubts and fears, and showed me that they aren't everything about me. That I can embrace those things, but not be defined by them. You showed me that life or death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in dark tunnel. No, it can't be. I'm sorry. Wait, does this mean I have to be better than Trapper at sex? Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross, clearly appealing to Trapper's better features, has been winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well. The whole IFS dating show parody thing, at first I thought it was totally a lame idea, but what kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? But then we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually here. Actuality here. Real here. And I don't want to give it up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Ethan, while you're knocked unconscious with some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. But that doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first. By passing the Trapper's Test. TM coming to Behavior TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. Oh no. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, the one she only lets her real friends call her. Ran Yamaoka. Got that one? You got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lived inside a dragon? Sure, everyone knows that. They won't all be this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl before she was hell-bent on revenge? A restaurant. I know, to think I would date a waitress. Not how my father ever made able to help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? Boy. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe. I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe. That's why Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5. The final question. You got this, Ethan. According to the Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Having unfinished business, regretting parts of your life, not being seen for who you are. I'm pretty sure it's not being seen for who you are. When I pitched Trapper's test to the Suits at Behavior TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as a final prize for winning. So I killed them all, right there on the spot. While killing them all didn't solve any of the budget problems. It sure did feel good. Telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Now that was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Go figure. You probably guessed, but that rules are rules. Even if I literally just made them up, you got it right. But I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me an excuse. An excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out. So you want to have mind-blowing sex in the bottom of a cave? I'm sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary as it was, the whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz, all of it. It was the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of this would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. Rin. Oh, now I actually changed the name. Cool. I didn't really like our lighthouse experience was complete. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter, Ethan. It's not the kind of game. She just said mind-blowing sex. I need to compete. I feel like I am losing to Trapper, and that's not allowed. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told no. Wait, that is. It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment. Come back up there with me. There's no place I'd rather be. You're excited to return to the lantern room of this lighthouse despite all of the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit. Her name is Rin. Which makes it all the more crushing when you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Let's kill them. Look, I was polite when I interrupted their sex, but now it's not allowed. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. Be tragic about a family reunion. Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what that's supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in an unfamiliar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't time for any show-adjusting shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know the lighthouse will. No, please don't interrupt. You'd think that after all this time, you'd know that we've got your best interest in mind. What? Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. Get wax in your ears, friends. I said not to interrupt. Too late. The backlight flares in the darkness. You see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are 2 ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes and the 2 survivors are returned to their normal state. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch the language you shouldn't speak to around your elders. Grandpa? Are they related? My camera's frozen again. Are they related? Are they actually related? I don't feel like I never really looked that hard into it. My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Ethan, meet Grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I washed over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin, she can do whatever she wants. My precious little angel. But you. Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel! You must treat me with respect, or so help me. I'll be cleaning bits of your head off of my kanabo. Kanabo is a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember, we explained to you that you were going to come with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give or withhold your approval. Wait, did Trapper have to go through all this, or does that mean I'm actually special? Vibrates! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they've summoned you here because they think you have the great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the, whatever this is, show, game, experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan. All of my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear in my presence call me Oni. Seeing the serious resemblance to Trapper, and not only the sheer size of that man, but the Oni that Oni is, but also his attitude, apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can, or want to measure up to that? That's not a type, that's her grandpa, you weirdo. Sounds on that you wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. Certainly deserves more thought, but now's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. What the fuck does that mean? My floor is vibrating from my neighbor. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit was to extinguish your light. Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather and great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill people and saying they must deserve it. Back in my day, you know what needed to be done? Because your nobility depended on it. In his day, there's such an imposing presence. He sort of gives off serious old man yells at cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. Not too much, if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, and public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying all of these things every time at Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, how does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... I mean, he didn't stab her. She only hates her father because her father killed her mother and her. Oh, listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list an activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant, you're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't fit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. I'm not saying I did that, because I have honor, and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But you clearly have neither my honor nor my mystique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of shifting rules of tradition, Japanese samurai etiquette. You fool! Rin, what would you want to do with an uneducated admirer as this? Kinda hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do these activities over 100 years ago. However, you're not really sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my cannibal. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. Splatter their brains on the beach, and together as a family. Grandpa, no, that is not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Ha, haha, yes, sure, wink, wink, wink. This whole thing, wink out loud thing, is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Ethan has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense, which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Ren, now, push them my way, and I will split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that the only sacrifice can get our family back on track is revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitors the Yamaoka name. The luster of violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from that cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Ethan ever treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? Yeah. One last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Rin. I will see you again soon. Now let's go, servants. Clint, Denise. Return me to the stables. I must assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes, sure. I swear this is better than dealing with Trapper's dad. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. You know, they'll never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry. I never expect you to. Or why you two, really? If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood, that's no way to live. And yet, as you know now, that is the Yamaoka way of life. However, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me, or at least maybe I was, until now. Call me the dragon tamer, baby! Don't fucking say that. Don't ever fucking say that again. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic storm. Since a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and around the lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. She has more muscles than I thought she did. Spirit moves her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time, well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. Swear though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there's anything wrong with feet, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Oh, fuck. Yes. Why does this feel more like I'm... okay. I'm not saying... Did I sign up for this? God, that's so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. Okay. Okay. Get up here right now. Oh, okay. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotioned hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours, surprisingly soft and warm. This sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. This is what it feels like to fly. As spirit pulls you close, you feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse wall howls. In darkness, you're pretty sure that spirit lets that dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have been all worth it. The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself exhausted away from spirit. Chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder when you pluck from your skin. It drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when we were... I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertip over the sharp edge of the glass shard. Consider it. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. I feel like this has turned into a stabbing and foot fetish. You arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, Ethan, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. You think we talk privately? Maybe I'm not here. Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about the schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. You know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Ethan privately. It's not right to do it in front of everyone here. You know, from my experience in upper management and my father's mind, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so you don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, no, you think, no, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Ethan yet, so fine. I guess it's because mine really, that girl's really hard to read. Word of advice, though, if you're gonna end it, end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. I want out, except for Ethan. Should someone's final howls? That's kind of my whole jam. I can stay right, especially you. Out. Lame. Alone Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air, more awful than the lingering smell of the cleaver body spray. Ugh, that gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging for cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you know, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome. You know what? It's the kind of thing you showed me today. Shows me you've got a good heart inside of you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests. Someone I can connect with. Someone jaded and dispassionate. Only driven forward by a revenge for desire. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Damn. Can we just be friends? Was my sex not good enough? I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is. Glad to have you here for me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. Yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how it ends? You're just leaving me here? Sure, if I use the word ends, and for that matter, I wouldn't say I'm leaving, but we're definitely through. In fact, you can't see that. Well, it just proves we never belonged together anyhow. And good night, Ethan. Wait, what the hell? What the fuck? No, now my character sounds like an incel. I don't like this. What the hell? I just spent all my time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told I should leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means. Anyways, I said good night, Ethan. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Hey, why does she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. Wait, actually? And so my precious killers lived happily ever after? As they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. While I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You should probably know that. You have to play it again to find out more. Goodbye, Ethan. See you again later. And again, and again, and again. Forever. The end. Wait, is there an ending where she doesn't dump me? What did I do wrong? No, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You didn't find love, but you found friendship that will last forever and ever and ever. Is there... Huh? Is there a way? I didn't like how incel-y my character sounded at the end, though. I'm gonna be real here. I spent all this time working to be nice to you and you'd leave me? No, I just want to know how to... No, how do I not get left? How do I live like this? I don't know how to cope. I don't know how to cope. Why did she love me? Is it like, I don't know, but the actual question is there a way to actually make her not hate you at the end? Or did I just pick some wrong answers? Or what? Anyway, that was her route, to my knowledge. Yeah. Alright. Cool. I'm coping. I'm gonna cope for a little while.
I don't like this, don't you follow me, calling me. Enough for more time.